RoomTone is recorded by 3 idiots who don't know how to censor themselves. There's adult content and themes and a whole lot of If that's not the vibe, thanks for stopping by. Viewer discretion is advised, or whatever they say on TV.
Austin's microphone is rolling.
Austin O's microphone.
Austin F's microphone is rolling.
And then let's just get a real quick clap. 1, 2, 3.
Hell yeah.
Cool. And then let's just do 10 seconds of silence for RoomTone.
This is going really well.
I think so too.
I love my friends.
I love my friends.
I have to say,
I'm having a lot of fun.
I'm having a good time.
You've been a good dad.
Thanks, Gene.
I mean, not now, but overall.
Thanks, Gene.
Is that the new Bob's Burgers?
No, it's an older one.
It's from
the haunted
the
house
haunted house one.
Oh, that's right. We watched that recently. That's why I remembered it. Oh,
Having a good childhood. I mean, not now, but overall.
I'm having a good childhood. I love thinking about childhood in the present tense.
I like considering your childhood as it's happening.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, I'm experiencing my adulthood.
I'm having a good adulthood.
Yeah. Like, stop that. No.
How should we order this, guys?
As however it flows, I think.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Do you want to start with? I mean, we should probably start with some introductions.
That's true. Let's start with you, since we can go in a circle.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, my name is Austin Swain. I'm a 26-year-old video production specialist, I suppose. Studied multimedia technology with both of these guys at South Central Tech in Minnesota here.
Go Black Squirrels.
Go Black Squirrels.
The mascot for the school that had no sports.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. There wasn't any sports.
Yeah, studied video, graphics, photography, and have been working 3 years now in the local advertising business.
Cool. Yeah, my name is Austin Oropeza. That's not going to get confusing at all, especially when you're not seeing our faces. Yep, my name is Austin Oropeza. I, like Austin Swain said, we both, or all 3 of us, went to South Central College. We were all in the multimedia program. And I think we all had like our own little like passions and where we wanted to go.
Agreed.
Yeah. But yeah, now Austin Swain and I actually work with each other currently at our local radio station, not radio station, TV station. Don't tell Jeff that, he might.
Work together at the local TV station.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I'm a videographer. That's more my speed. And yeah, that's me.
My name is Maddie Fox. I also went to SCC, but I changed my mind. So I finished multimedia, and then I decided I didn't want to do that. So now I work at a tattoo shop as a shop manager. I like my friends, and I like writing. I'm a lot more of like the story guy out of the 3 of us. So
yes,
we're a good trio.
Agreed. In fact, one of our competition short films, you essentially wrote, not essentially, you wrote the poem that corresponded with our visuals. It was such a good time.
I know, that was so fun.
That was a really fun time. That, and we did Shatter together. All 3 of us did that together.
Yeah, Maddie has always been brought on as... You've always been brought on as, like, the key writer. Yeah. Like, the person who's going to come in and make sure everything makes sense and sounds cool and has that cool
extra
vision.
Bitch.
There we go.
On staff extra bitch.
Yeah. Should we maybe say, like, some of our, like, hobbies, favorite movies, favorite pieces of media, anything like that?
Yeah, do you want to start us off?
Yeah.
Sure, we can go back. I'm obsessed with fucking Hannibal, Will Graham, and the X-Files.
Of course.
I also love like anything horror, like The Conjuring.
You love it.
I love it. I love Stephen King.
Oh yeah.
I love dudes being guys with homoerotic subtext.
Always here for the subtext.
Yeah. And I like pizza.
Fuck yeah.
It's about the implication.
Exactly. It's about what could happen.
Exactly.
And Always Sunny.
Oh yeah, I love It's Always Sunny too. I guess, some of the key interests that I have. I just like movies in general. I love going to the theater. It was a big thing for me as a kid. And I think that's just how I got into like wanting to become a filmmaker. That and like I took a video production class in high school. I play video games, I hang out, I read. I'm currently reading Mindhunter because I watched I shouldn't say I watched, I binged, I consumed.
I put it in my anus.
Just swallowed it whole.
Just swallowed it whole, and Mindhunter on Netflix, and I think that kind of like started the catalyst of like true crime.
Yeah.
That catalyst, that's not right, is that right?
Yeah, we're big true
Sounds
crime
right.
horrors. Like,
Yeah, you two are for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, we really love true crime.
For me, favorite videos to produce, by far, I'd say music videos. I find a lot of inspiration from just like the creative energy that can be brought from like bringing a song to a visual place. So I grab a lot of information or inspiration from music videos out there. Yeah, I always have a hard time picking favorites. Like, I'm not good at picking favorites for movies. But I'm a big fantasy nerd, so, we like to watch Lord of the Rings, big Dungeons and Dragons player. Mm-hmm. Yeah, me and Austin are in a couple of games.
And I think all three of us are in one game. Our friend is hosting.
never happen again.
Yep. We playing some side games together.
What are we doing here?
So I think we should kind of explain what we're doing.
Big plan.
Yeah, like wait, what?
The big
picture.
plan.
The big plan.
Finally,
the
time
big
to
picture.
unleash our master schemes.
So for this podcast, we're going to be talking about the various stages and our experience making a short film.
We're here to make a movie.
We're here to make a short film. Ooh, it's gonna be a fun time. We've like we've said before, we've done this.
Yeah, we've created a number of short films, at least half a dozen, in just kind of competitions and whatnot throughout college. We've all taken part in various different projects together.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be making a short film, and our goal is to have it done by October of 2022.
2022, baby.
And yeah, we'll be going through like different ideas. We'll be going through the various stages of a production. We'll be first in the development stage, where we come up with the idea, the story, what we want to do, and then we'll go to the pre-production stage, where we talk about how we want to shoot it. Production, I feel like it'd be really cool when we're in the production stage, that like if we like talked about like how we were doing as we were like
we'll stop in every like couple of weeks or something like that and say like kind of a status report on production and like how things are going, how they could go, just like challenges we've faced, like what's on the horizon. I think so, and we'll bring everyone along for the journey. And then pre-production, we will again, like we'll just kind of check in and go over plans and go over like what's kind of bothering us. So think of it like a reality TV show.
Or what's going really well.
Or what's going really well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
100%.
true.
Yeah, this will probably be weekly.
I like to think weekly or bi-weekly.
Yeah.
I feel like that gives us enough time to like.
Because I feel like it should be consistent.
I agree.
Right.
I think twice a month. I think that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good schedule.
At least to start.
And then, I was gonna say, and then if we are really digging it and we want to do more, if we want to say more, let's, we plan times out.
And I like the idea of just like doing the work here. Yeah. I mean, like, how many conversations have we had of like, gosh, I wonder what it would be like to just be able to sit in a writer's room while they come up with the script that I'm seeing now. Yeah. And so I think it'd be really cool to like track that work and like gauge that experience of what it's actually like to, we've written a few scripts together, but I think we're going to try to take this in a different direction, push ourselves and like kind of take it down a different road, and it'll be interesting. I'm very excited.
I am too. Yeah, that's the core idea of this podcast. It's just going through the experience of making a short film. It sounds like we want to make a comedy. That's kind of...
That's totally my vibe.
I think so too.
I think so too. I think
Two
it'd be
people
fun.
sitting on the couch in front of me are some funny motherfuckers.
Well, hold on. We're all pretty funny. We're all...
Just like imagine like a Wes Anderson like comedy. Like I want to do like something so like artsy that's funny.
Yeah, I agree.
That just doesn't. I can't. That doesn't exist. I feel like.
Yeah, and we'll just make it fun. We'll have a good time.
Yeah.
That's another thing that like I think this podcast is about, and this experience in making the short film is we're really just trying to have a fun time. Like we're friends, artists who want to create something fun.
Yeah, in this competitive industry, you take yourself too
It's
seriously
good to have
sometimes.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good to have friends to just like mess around with and actually enjoy the process.
Yeah. What else do you guys think that like this podcast should be about? Like, you know, like what topics do you think we would be good to talk about?
I mean, I think we're all very like passionate about just like general visual culture, you know, movies and TV show of like pop culture and these types of things. So I enjoy the conversations that we have about like, you know, the recent movies coming out and things like that. And
Agreed, yeah.
I guess when this finally comes out, it'll probably be a little outdated. Did you see this? Yeah, it's been out for like 6 months.
But was it good or was it?
Yeah.
But I really enjoy talking
Yeah.
movies with you guys and things like that.
Agreed.
We're good at like talking shop too. Like I feel like we can just get into like a total tangent about how to like light a room
yeah.
and just like keep talking about it, and then someone's like, do you know what they're talking about? And
You
we're
get
like,
the rim
oh,
light with
sorry.
like, you know, a CTO bounce accent
Yeah,
light.
like we can get so
what the
like
fuck is
technical and like determined to figure out the solution. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to like catalog how our minds work that way.
Yeah. I think it'd also be cool as like a learning experience to see like our mindset, like where we're like, oh yeah, this is simple, you know, A, B, and C. You know, we'll just do that and we test it out, and you know, if it works or if it doesn't work, and say if it doesn't work, we're like, oh, you know, there's more to it. Let's figure it out. Let's going through the process and going, you know, just finding a way to like go over those hurdles. Like that's my thing really
And
cool
having
for this.
fun doing it.
Yeah, like that's what it's about. It's a good time.
We're gonna do movie nights, like movie commentary nights, so we can all sit down together and watch a movie.
Yeah.
And it's like we're all hanging out, light up a blunt, and we can watch a movie and we'll talk about it. And then we'll have like a finished movie at the end of this before October of next year.
Yeah,
and we're just like taking you from the bare bones. Like we don't even know each other's ideas yet.
Yeah, we don't even know what the movie's going to be yet, but the plan is to have one done by October 2022.
Yeah.
Yep,
This
yep.
is a very raw portrayal of what it's like to actually make a short film.
It's unlikely that we will make an entire short film like just from us three. So I like the idea of, as we move forward, like people that we bring in along the way, see if they want to come in and, you know, shoot the shit
Do
with
an
us
episode,
and
yeah.
give them a little bit of spotlight too.
Yeah, it is cool that none of us are like really the music people, but we have like Jake and Tim who are like totally just, and Lucid, who are like just
they're in it.
on that track, and it's like I'm so not.
Yeah, so I think they'll be good assets.
Yeah, and I would also like to mention that like we're not like getting anything from this, or like there's no intent to like make any profit from this short film. It's literally just us doing our thing.
Right.
It's more of a thought experiment.
Yeah,
Agreed.
but that's not to be said that we wouldn't enter it into competitions later down the line if it like fit the criteria or what have you.
Yeah, I like the idea of like submitting to film festivals, things like that, just to like see what kind of feedback you get and like share it with the world. But I agree, like I'm not here to try to sell it somewhere, like get it published.
Especially
or anything
because
like
I think this is an essential part of the film.
Yeah.
So it would be like a 12-hour long thing, probably.
Agreed.
Do we have any individual goals for this project?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
I feel that one of our main challenges and my main challenges has been like seeing a project through to completion a lot of times. You know, it's like you get an idea and you work, you know, however far into it until you just lose steam. And you're like, moving
that
on.
the worst?
Moving on to the next one.
Yeah.
So I like this idea of like coming together with some structure. You know, we made like every short film that we put together was because some organization came in and said, "Hey, you have a week to make this."
And we were like,
for the event.
All right, we're
Yeah.
gonna fucking make it.
Yeah, it's nice to not like have a full-time job during that.
Yeah, no shit.
But yeah, be able to just like see that deadline and say, all right, here's exactly what needs to be done to get to it, and we got to it, and I'm excited to get to it with you guys. Yeah.
I'm excited to get it on with you guys.
No homo.
Hashtag no homo.
Hashtag all the homo.
Yeah, I mean, hashtag all are welcome.
Hashtag all are welcome. I like it.
Everyone's welcome at this table.
Yep.
What about you, Maddie? What are you thinking?
I think my goal is to try to get back into this world a bit more. Because, like, I'm still trying so hard to figure out what I want to do with my life and, like, going back to school and stuff. So I really just want to, like, see if this can be, like...
The jumping off point.
Right, like, either a reminder of, like, why I enjoyed doing it in the past and, like, try to continue it, or, like, a solid, like, nah, this really wasn't for me. I have to, like, figure out something else. And I always try to write all the time, and I never can, like, force myself to write because I never have, like, somebody telling me that I have to. So... It's good that this has a deadline that we can be like, no, we need to actually do this, otherwise somebody's gonna die. And I'm also really excited to just, like, catalog all of our, like, thoughts about everything. Because I feel like we're gonna get into, like, topics about Breaking Bad, or, like, talking about Hannibal, or, like, whatever, Dune. We were just having a conversation about Dune and House.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'll be really interesting to have a catalog of all of this stuff and, like... see how things change. I'm interested in it in a psychological aspect as well.
I respect it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm taking a lot of pieces out of this.
I'm analyzing both of you.
Yeah. I'm really trying to Hannibal Lecter the fuck out of this. Psychological profile. What about you, sir?
I think what I want to get out of this is just documentation of growth, really. I feel like I have a hard time seeing how far I've, like, grown as an artist. And I think this would be just, like, a really good, like, you know, piece of evidence. It's like, oh no, I was right here, like, you know, 4 months ago, and now I'm over here. And then, you know, just also to, you know, like I said before, also, like, you know, to have a good time. And, you know, say, like, one person listens to this, but, like, they really enjoy it. Like, to me, like, that's great. Like, if one person likes it and wants to continue hearing us, like, babble on about random stuff, like, that's, like, okay.
Yeah, that's a person who's not us, who's like, all right, I get it. And that's cool, yeah.
Shout out to you, one person listening.
I'm going to assume that's
Papa
Tim
Samir.
King. Papa Samir. Oh, we might have two.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I bet Tim and Camille would listen.
Yeah. Another big piece about this project is I was recently awarded a grant from Prairie Lakes Art Council. They gave me a sum of money to create art. And without their grant, I don't think this would have been possible. So let's give a quick shout out to Prairie Lakes Art Council.
Yeah, the arts.
Yeah, the art. They supported
Absolutely.
They supported 32 artists this year.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and that's so exciting. That's so cool.
That's a good cause. We need more artists.
Yeah. So shout out to them. So you know, we went over
who we are,
what we want from the podcast, what the podcast is. But we need a name for the podcast.
This is true.
We still have not decided a name. We have a small list.
We've got a small brainstormed list of names that are a couple good ones on there.
I'm really hoping for the Swain Dungeon.
Swain Dungeon.
That, like, triggered my gag reflex. The Swain Dungeon.
Welcome to the Swain Dungeon.
Oh my god!
Worst thing you've ever heard.
Welcome to the Swain Dungeon, your own personal hell.
It's just a big D&D table with a bunch of figures all around.
Yeah.
Figures and books. And you come.
I added a couple of names to this list of brainstormed ideas that were pretty, like, pretentious, like, camera puns, and, like, here's what it's like to exist in the mind of a videographer, like, into focus, through the lens, the mind's eye.
Oh my.
I don't think these are the vibe, but I wanted to say that that they're there. That's who you're dealing with.
What were the other ones that you told me?
Yeah, there were some good ones on here.
Yeah, let's go one by one.
You
And
want
let's
to go
talk
one
about
by
them.
one?
Yeah.
So into focus, through the lens, mind's eye. We're right up there. I got into this idea that, like, so this is a group of, like, fanboys. Like, I think we definitely have, like, those particular things that just, like, we will die on a hill for. And so I started thinking about, like, just trying to do some, like, play on words of, like, some of our favorite pieces of media. And so I don't think this one's the vibe. No, hang on, though. Because the fantastic What the Fox.
You know, I agree with you. That's probably not the vibe.
I thought it was fantastic. What the fucks?
Could be that, too. I wrote Fox, but
I like
either.
fantastic. What the fucks?
I also thought, since this is a podcast about creating ideas, just simply Inception the podcast.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, there we go.
That's cute
It's
as
another
fuck.
movie we all enjoy.
Very much so.
But I think that there's a fun somewhere in there of, like, the movies we enjoy. There's a good play on words that we could probably find.
What was the two wrongs make a right?
Three wrongs make a right. Right spelled with a W, because it's three weirdos writing a script and making a movie. Three wrongs make a right
Okay.
is an idea I came with.
Okay.
Although there is already a podcast called Two Wrongs and a Writer, so I don't know if we got some competition.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
One by one. Let's see. Okay, I wrote 3 pens.
Like that. I like it. It's simplistic. It's douche.
Here's a couple. Yeah.
Douche.
Here's a couple that are already taken. Prodcast and Working Title, which I thought were some good names. Behind the Camera. Come back to through the lens.
Sorry.
That was mine.
Hey, no.
Sorry.
No bad
No,
ideas.
no,
Sorry.
no,
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
No bad
You're
ideas
so
in the
right. You're so
brainstorm.
right. We love brainstorming.
Not that one.
That's fair. No. I get that. It was bad. I agree.
Oh my god.
All right, here's a winner: 3 monkeys and a typewriter.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I thought about that because, like, what's that old saying that, like,
Yeah.
if you
Put enough monkeys in a room with a typewriter, they'll end up writing Hamlet, something
Yeah.
along those lines.
yeah.
Funny.
Shakespeare. They'll end up writing Shakespeare. And now we got 3 monkeys and a typewriter and, like, 12 months, so we
shit.
gotta write something decent.
Exactly.
We gotta get somewhere close.
That or we just add monkeys.
True.
True.
If the script starts to fail, acquire more monkeys.
There we go.
Is it recording?
That's cute. I like that.
That's actually very good, because that's how we could start every episode of, like, fiddling with the record. Is it recording?
Yeah.
That's
I
cute
like
as shit.
that.
Let me check if it's taken.
Was that? Who says that? That's good.
Yeah, that is good. How to record a podcast.
I'm liking those odds.
I wonder, like, is that just really funny, or is it like or is it a good description of what we're doing?
I think it's really funny. I think it's it can be both. I think it's really funny because it's like we're not like we're professionals. We do this for a living, but, like, you know, we're not Steven Spielberg. You know, we
Right.
not to undersell, like, what we've done, but, like, you know, I feel like we're not the top yet.
Right, we're
Right, we
definitely
are
like...
not on the same level as Steven Spielberg.
Let's get that clear. Not yet, anyway.
But, you know, like, we're amateur filmmakers. So.
Yes, and we're out here not trying to take ourselves too seriously.
Exactly.
But I agree. I don't know if is this recording technically tells people what we're doing here.
Right, like,
That's
I think
fair.
it's just a great name.
It's a great
I
name.
don't think, like, if somebody was like, oh, is this recording? I wonder what this is about. You would have
Yeah.
no idea.
See, but, like, the thing is, though, like, I don't think we necessarily need a name to, like, go to exactly what we're doing.
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
You know?
We're just notes on the
notes,
on
yeah.
the name
For sure,
as
for sure.
currently.
Oh, I
I'm
see,
I'm putting a little asterisk on the list that says this is a good name. Asterisk.
I think it ends with a K.
Asterisk. I
Yeah.
think that is the
That
Don't
ends
ask
with a
me,
K,
man. I
right?
misspell everything.
Yeah.
Don't asterisk me, man.
Yeah, I always like throw the K in the middle like asterisk.
Just a little
Oh,
flavor.
weird word.
Is this thing on? Oh, the Fox Den
The Fox Den,
is a
yeah.
good choice.
Cause, you know, one I is this douchey? I call my living room the Fox Den.
Well, you love foxes. We got fox paintings. Things like
We
this.
have fox tattoos. Your last names is Fox Wahab.
Yeah.
So like it's like the foxes are here.
Oh, the foxes are definitely.
Yeah,
here.
and you know the Fox Den. It's where we come to talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's our safe
To
space.
reconvene from our scavenger hunt.
Yeah,
The fox is over, so it works.
yeah. So the Fox Den. I thought that'd be like just a fun little.
I like that. This is also a good name. Definitely doesn't talk about what we're doing.
Yeah. Side note. What about yelling and other things?
Yelling. I like that. I like that.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That is definitely what this podcast is going to be.
Right.
yelling and other things. Yeah, that's like was that? I don't know if that was established. That like this is like although. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about like the production, post production, and all that jazz. We are also just gonna just shoot the shit with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just three people having a conversation.
Yeah, you guys are basically just listening in on our, like, nerdy hangouts.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Yeah.
it's content, quality content.
Yelling and other things is showing up nowhere.
I do like yelling and other things.
That's very funny. We're gonna have to make sure to yell a lot.
Well, we get
Go ahead.
so, like, heated, we're basically yelling.
Okay. The Pretentious 3.
No, not
Is that
that.
mine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pretentious 3.
I liked this one, Quiet on the Set.
Oh, that's cute.
That's fun. It's almost like the opposite, like what's loud on the set, because that's us.
Yeah.
Which actually,
Quiet on set.
Quiet on the Set is a good one, and it's what inspired my option, which was RoomTone.
Oh, I like that.
RoomTone's cute.
Which is actually funny that we talked about starting the episode with, all right, let me get 10 seconds of RoomTone, and then 10 seconds of
That's
good
cute.
fucking luck.
That's super cute.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
That's funny. I have not looked up if that one's taken yet.
I'm already, like, picturing logos.
Same.
Let's start with the logos.
See, that's why I think like the Fox Den would be cool because I feel like that logo would be cool.
RoomTone.
My only thing
RoomTone
with
is
the
a-
Fox Den is that I feel like when I think of like the Fox Den, I think of like my family, like my grandparents, and like that's always just what I'm gonna think of. It's never gonna like just be our thing.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, we can invite them on the podcast.
Yeah, come on,
They'll be
Linda.
core members.
Smoke a doobie.
Big potatoes.
Small potatoes. Yeah.
Take one. Just go on. Blinking red light, which I think you said solid red light as a title. 3 rounds.
I like
make it
solid
right.
red light more than blinking red light.
Sounds like a band though. Blinking Red Light.
Yeah, it does.
We're a cover band for Blink 182.
Oh, I came up with punk fiction as another one of these like play on words for movie titles. That's the end of the list.
Do we have any like off the cuff?
What about like?
Honey, I Shrunk the Podcast.
I was gonna say something along the lines of like obsessions.
How about the Phoenix Podcast? Because we rise up like a golden phoenix. Shut up, you bird.
Look out, birds.
You do so well. You do a great deed. I try to do a good Charlie.
Okay, let's tell everyone in the audience who our favorite Always Sunny characters are. That's very defining
You
of our
can't
personalities.
do this to me.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think I've ever been able to pick a favorite.
Dude, Charlie. Charlie's my favorite.
Dude, Dennis. Dennis is psycho. He's like the scariest person on earth.
Jules! I need my Jules!
Newsflash, asshole!
I've been hearing it the entire goddamn time.
I think I relate the most to D.
What?
Oh, yeah, I think we talked about how you're kind of the most D-like.
Yeah, which is fun. Just fun to have that realization.
Charlie?
I do find her very funny. Like when she has those outbursts. It's so insane to watch.
It just trips me up to think about how she's married to Mac.
Right. Dude, shout out to them as actors.
Yeah, yeah.
Incredible job.
Yeah. What's his
Truly.
what's the character who
Rob
plays Mac?
Rob McElhenney?
Rob
the
McElhenney?
actor? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, kudos to him. He has like a lot of dedication for I mean, they probably all do. But it just seems like the whole like getting fat and getting really ripped.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a lot of strain.
They lived for that show. They live for that show.
See, that's what I want to make with this. I want to make the Always Sunny of podcasts.
Yeah.
Like something that we as creators just enjoy doing so like wholeheartedly that it's like we can make something totally one of a kind.
Yo, is this a workplace comedy, the podcast?
Oh my god.
Like what? Is this like The Office, the podcast? Like just showing us doing our work?
And other things.
And yelling and other things.
Or just and other things.
And
Another thing.
and another thing.
And another thing.
Oh, we can call it beat.
Beat.
Hold on.
B-E-E-T?
I believe the spelling is B-E-A-T. Beat. It's in a reference to a script. It means like a pause. A pause of yeah.
Beat. I just picture like a beat.
That could be our logo.
Story beats.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay. What?
I said story beats.
Story beats. There.
Story beat.
That sounds like a website.
It does.
I like story blocks.
I kind of worry that just makes me think of Beats.
That's fair.
Like Beats headphones.
That's
We're
fair.
gonna get a lot of people who just like want to learn about Beats.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, plus Beats headphones is probably gonna kill us.
that's true.
When we get rich and famous, that is.
When we get rich and famous, when we get that sponsorship, we're looking at you, MeUndies.
Dude, I want those underwear so bad. They look so
They
soft.
look so good.
That was funny as shit.
Not hashtag not a sponsor. Hashtag could be.
Hashtag we like ya, but we could definitely take some more underwear.
Well, do you guys want to talk about like what kind of movie we were looking at making?
Yeah, so we were thinking about writing a comedy.
I'm trying to think of the vibe.
Yeah, I think.
Like, what can I compare what I have in my head to?
I think Edgar Wright style comedy would be a really fun challenge for us. Because not only are we thinking about like the story and making sure that that's good, but we have to like really not narrow down, but we have to be very precise with our shots.
Extremely precise.
Yeah.
And planful. Prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely be interested to go down a path like that. Pre-production would be very interesting. I think it'd be fun. I also think one of the things that like our films have, I don't know if lacked is the right word, but like been without is dialogue. Like, I think that's one of the...
That's totally fair.
I don't know if that's like a driving force of comedy, but I think if you go down comedy, you're going to be pushed towards dialogue. And I think given the right like tools and encouragement and atmosphere, this group could write a very fun dialogue-driven script.
Yeah, we, like, no hate, but, like, we always skimp on dialogue.
Yeah.
Like, literally everything we've done is, like, a voiceover and, like, 2 lines or, like, a song.
Basically a music video of just like, let's watch these people, and it all comes down then to the cinematography and the acting.
And, like, In the Red didn't have, like, any dialogue. Shatter, it was all voiceover. Rise, it was all voiceover.
Yep. Burger for Two was a music video.
There's no talking.
Post her didn't have much dialogue?
Yeah, Post her didn't have much dialogue either.
Post her did not have much dialogue.
Yeah, we always skimp on dialogue.
Yeah.
It's kind of how we were trained. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe...
Because we don't have good enough actors, maybe?
Yeah.
I think there's, like, for me anyways, like, there's a level of, like, self-consciousness that, like, I don't know how to write good dialogue. Because, like, a conversation needs to have, like, flow, you know? There's fluidity into it. And, you know, with the actors that we have, which were just, like, a bunch of students who had spare time, like, we didn't want to put that pressure onto them to do that.
We should see if Seth Rogen wants to be an actor in our movie.
There we go. Sponsor.
Dude, like, fucking retweet.
Oh, my God,
Like-
yeah.
Yeah, everyone, anyone who knows Seth Rogen, give him a call.
He might think this is a cool project.
Tell him we want him in our movie.
Yeah.
5 episodes. 5 episodes. We'll send it to Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
We'll tweet it at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I bet he would get behind that.
Yeah. Seth Rogen.
And if he doesn't, he's an asshole.
Here's the thing, Seth Rogen. If anything, I'm talking to you.
Here's the thing, baby.
Seth. Hey.
Man to man, come on.
Come on. If you don't want to sponsor us, could you just send us like a free matchstone? 2 free matchstones, because it looks so cool. But $125, that I can't justify it.
And just like a high five.
And a high five. If you want to come down to, we'll go to LA. Wherever
We'll
you're-
make the journey.
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess we
I
can
guess.
make the journey. I'll buy tickets.
If I'm gonna get a Seth Rogen high five, I guess I'll buy a plane ticket.
Right. I actually have an idea for a comedy. If you guys want to hear it.
I would
lay it
love to
on
hear
us.
it.
Okay. Let me first give you like the core idea. Have you guys seen like gangster movies and they're always like talking on the phone or whatever, and whenever they end the phone call, they just snap the phone shut?
They just hang up. They never say goodbye.
They never say
Stresses
goodbye.
Me the
They
fuck
never
out.
say, yeah, exactly. So I was thinking of like a comedy kind of basing on that idea where like it's like these 2 guys, we'll call the first one the driver, the second one the passenger, talking to this other guy, we'll call this one the intimidator, about going into a shop and like demanding protection money or whatever.
Sure.
And like the guy's talking, the driver is talking to the intimidator on the phone, and is like, yeah, where are you? He's like, I'm about to pull up to the shop right now. I'm gonna get the job done. He's like, all right. Snaps the phone, and then the passenger looks at the driver and he was like, yo, dude, did you just hang up on him? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you didn't say goodbye or anything? He's like, no, I didn't say goodbye. He's like, dude, that's rude. He's gonna think you're mad at him.
Yeah, that's so asshole.
Yeah, that's really rude. Dude.
You're supposed to know if you care about him.
Yeah, and then he's like, the driver's like, he's not gonna think it's rude. He's fine. And then like the passenger gets a text message from the intimidator, and he's like, hey, yo, is the driver mad at me?
Oh my God.
Question mark.
And just like, oh my God, I think so.
Trying to be secretive so like he doesn't see like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with them. That was rude, right? That was kind of rude.
Right? He's like, yeah, no. He's just a tough guy.
Yeah, he just doesn't think it's necessary to say bye.
And then he gets like a message on his phone. The driver gets a message on his phone, and it's like a photo of like them in the shop like beating this guy up, right?
Yeah.
And then the driver just like puts down the phone, and the passenger's like, you're not gonna like respond to let him know that you saw it, or,
my
or you
God.
got it?
Like he tries to like do it all hard, like
Yeah.
job's done.
Yeah, he's like,
Shuts the phone.
He's like, no, like he knows I saw it. It's whatever, it's fine. And then the passenger is like, I don't know, man. Like it's just courteous to let him know that you got
It's just courteous, man. I love to see like this gangster. Like I don't know, man. It's just it's courteous.
And then he gets like a text message. The passenger gets a text message from the intimidator. He's like, "Hey, did the driver get my message?"
Did he get my message? I sent you guys a picture. Like
Yeah, dude, he's being so rude today. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, he just made it rude.
Yeah.
And then like they just like go back and forth and they talk about like phone etiquette.
yeah.
And then like driver gets so just done with it. He's like, all right, get out of my car, go. leave. The passenger gets out of the car and like the windows roll down and he like leans down. He's like, hey man, I know we just had a thing here, but like, can you text me and let me know when you got home?
Oh my God.
just so you know, just so I know you're safe. And then he's like, fuck you, whatever, and he drives off. And then it fades out and then fades in, and then like the credits, like it's like the hard gangster, like just like knitting or whatever, just doing something like
the driver?
No, the passenger.
Okay.
Is like knitting or whatever, and then like a little text bubble pops up and it says, "Hey,
Got home safe.
yeah, I got home
Oh.
safe." And he just sees it, he's like, "Thank you."
And then he doesn't answer.
Oh my god.
It's like a PSA about phone etiquette.
Yeah.
And like I think it would be funny too if like we would like transition the frame where like it shows like the intimidator, like also like texting or whatever, like as like the crime is happening behind them. It's just
In the
like what's
background.
happening?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's pretty funny.
Right.
I think, okay, can I just want to get this out before I forget it.
Yeah.
So what if we do the first two things?
Yeah.
So he doesn't say goodbye when he hangs up, and he says that it's not courteous to not text him to know that he got the message.
Yeah.
What about if then like there's like a shootout? Like, cause they're like gangsters, right? Like driving away.
Yeah.
So what if there's like a shootout and like somebody like gets shot? And they're like, they go to the crime scene or not even like, I'm trying to think of how they can be gangsters and like somebody like shoots at them or like shoots one of them in the shoulder or whatever. And they get into like this altercation with like the big bad gangster, like the mob boss. And like somehow another situation like that happens where like one of the guys would get a text and it would be like, hey, do you know if blah 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 got my message? And they like wouldn't answer it, and like the big mobster guy would be like, you know it's rude to not answer that, right? As they're both like beaten to shit and like tied up and shit. That might be funny.
You're not going to respond?
Yeah. Don't you think it's a little rude to not to respond?
Is it a courteous thing to do?
Yeah, he's like just finished beating the shit out of him, and then he goes, why aren't you responding? That's kind of rude.
Hold on. You sound like a freaking Dracula there?
Sorry, I was inspired by like the Russian gangsters of Barry. Just like these like fucking clowns, like he fucking freak. Why he wear
Why
this?
gotta you be so fucking rude?
Why he like this?
It's just, it's courteous thing.
See, I think like that aspect of like violence in comedy
Yep.
is so good and like underrated.
It is fun.
Like the things I'm really sorry, this is kind of off topic. The things that I'm really like basing the vibe for the short film on are like Kidding and Barry and like
Let's talk inspirations.
yeah, Kidding, Barry for sure, and even kind of Come Back to Me, but those two for sure.
I also thought it'd be funny if like the passenger the passenger said to the driver like, yo man, like being rude isn't gangster.
It's not gangster, man. Yeah.
Gangster.
Oh my gosh. We would totally need like two Italian 40-year-old men.
Yeah, we totally would.
And I think that would be cool to like shoot entirely in black and white and then have the text bubbles that pop up be in color.
Oh, like,
Like Sherlock style.
Oh yeah. Huh? That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'll film noir with like new age graphics.
Yeah. That's a fun
That or, like,
juxtaposition.
Also like neo-noir. We could do neo-noir.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm so fucking hard for like neo horror and crime and blah, blah, blah.
See, I think it'd just be really funny if we set it up as like these are like the baddest bads. Like you don't want to mess with these cats, right?
And like that's why you would expect them to like run into an altercation by the end of the film, because they're such fuckers.
Yeah. See, but like I also thought like it'd be really fun to show like the violence with the interpreter. Like he's like doing his thing, but like he's also just like concerned.
Right.
That, like, he's like, is he mad at me? As he's like beating the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Like, what's happening?
Right. I'm just wondering why he didn't want to say that to me.
Because being rude isn't gangster, man.
That's the lesson here.
Exactly.
That is pretty good.
I thought that'd be really fun.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that's a fun idea. I like that. I think it definitely has legs.
Yeah.
He's got legs.
I also thought it would be fun to do like a one shot. I know, like not an actual one shot, but like a one shot short film of like an assassin like completely fucking up his first like kill.
That would be good.
Yeah,
That would be fun. Gosh, we do not have prop guns.
We do not have prop
We
guns.
don't have prop guns.
I can get prop guns.
You got a prop gun guy?
I got a prop gun. No, there's like there's like this BB gun that looks like a revolver.
Yeah.
And it's like all silver, and like, it
Okay.
looks like a fucking gun. Yeah. And like even like there's like a bullet, like it's
Jesus.
it's like a bullet with like a BB put in there, and then it shoots out the BB from that little bullet.
God damn.
Yeah.
So we'll get one of these.
So yeah, like I'm
Blow
saying,
some
like,
gangsters' heads off.
So are we getting a gun or what?
On this episode, the gang buys a gun.
Yeah. Do you have any ideas? What was your idea? You said you had an
I
idea.
did. I had an idea today. I realized that this idea sounds silly and it's in its infancy, and I think that there's like a potential to do something fun with it. But we just came from like a classical music recital, like saxophone, songs, clarinet, these kinds of things. And I had the idea of shooting a horror movie, like a monster movie, where the monster is the sound design in a way, like, and to make it like a comedy, because I love the idea of writing a comedy with you guys, I had the idea, like, essentially imagine like the creepy like guys like walking through his house like trying to figure out what's going on, and he like opens a closet door and you just hear like a saxophone solo, just like, and he like is like like scared of the monster, like scared of like what's in his closet, and then he begins to run, and then like sometimes you'd have like the like horn section coming, and you're looking at like a shot from behind him, so you're like, you are the sound, because you can like hear the sound and you're like watching him run away from you, and these kinds of things. And you know, like the more like campy we make the acting and like things like this, we could make it into a very fun, like, it's funny that this guy's scared of like the music to the movie that I'm watching.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had this idea of like he's kind of like starting to lose his mind, like trying to figure out what's real, like goes to his friend for reassurance, and she's like talking to him, and then like slowly like she opens her mouth and like sounds like a saxophone, and he's just like staring at her like, is this real?
Or like not even going that far. I can see that as like in one guy in a house, in the same house for the whole thing, and he's just like, why are things honking at me? What is going on?
Yeah, like he turns the corner and you hear like that, and he's like, oh shit, it's there.
Yeah.
Gotta go back.
Yeah, like the like doon 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 doon. That's like the creepy thing in the house. That's funny.
that would be cool. It'd be really cool too if like he like notices the creepy Foley.
Yeah.
So you hear,
yeah.
of like the door, and he's like,
God damn it.
Oh yeah, like he gets like so close to the door, like, why is my house so spooky right now?
yeah,
Why is this door so creaky?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
like that's weird.
That's
like
way
WD's
creepier than normal.
WD-40's it.
Yeah. You hear like just like those classic like horror movie sound effects, and he's like,
I feel like here's a chainsaw.
yeah. Is this like Shatter the comedy?
Yeah, there we go.
No shit.
Sound effects from around the room.
Dude, literally.
I realize the challenges that come with that, and it's probably less dialogue, so maybe it doesn't fit our goals. But I thought
I like
say
the
it.
idea though. I think that'd be fun. You know, I also thought about like this idea about this like person going through like their day, but like their day is going through like jump cuts.
Oh, okay.
Like really fun transitions, and like he's noticing the transition.
Interesting.
So he's just like, wait, how did I like just like?
How did I end up in this totally different place all of a sudden?
Yeah.
That's like Roger like coming down from the elevator and they're like outside. That would be fun.
Like think of Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, but he like notices the transitions.
Yeah, and is like more freaked out by them.
That'd be fun. And that would be a super fun like challenge to like get every shot really awesome.
Yeah, we'd have to really, and that brings us back to like having to really work on the transitions, which would be fun. Yeah, I wonder like what's the story then? Like it almost feels like
Maybe his day is just like going in fast forward.
yeah, somewhere between like Click with Adam Sandler, like that, like moving through your life without your control.
Yeah.
And like the Supernatural episode when he like the Groundhog's Day episode. Well, I guess Groundhog's Day then. Like something along those lines of just like getting pushed through your day. That could be fun.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what would be like the overarching force, like what's causing this, or do we not care?
See, but I feel like we have to care. Like,
I think we do.
like I feel like there needs to be more attention to detail in what we're.
We need to at least know what's happening so that even in the subtext, it doesn't feel groundless.
You know, I thought I pitched this to you like 2 or 3 times because I still think it would be a fun comedy of like this person going through speed dating, like they have like their name tag that says like, "Hello, my name is," whomever, and as like they're surveilling the room, he sees like everyone's names. And he like makes an assumption about like each person with their name, like, oh, that's Tony. Tony definitely like drives like a motorcycle, but only makes like 48,000.
Yeah,
whatever.
smash cut to Tony in front of a motorcycle
Yeah.
drinking a whiskey.
Dude, I can see that like so clearly.
Yeah, right.
Agreed.
I literally picture like the prettiest like all pink room, and it's like all like pop colored esque.
Yeah.
And everyone's sitting in a circle.
Yes.
And it just turns, and you have like an overhead shot, and everybody's just turning in opposite ways.
And then when you smash cut in, it's like a total like Wes Anderson style like
Yeah.
diorama of this person's life.
Yeah, and like every shot of the person, like of the next speed date would be
Yeah.
like from here and just like a super wide
Yeah.
and just like totally like make the person like blow out of proportion.
And then like I think so, like I think what would happen, it would be like this character sees like this person and they see like their name and it's like the most gorgeous person that they've ever seen, and they're like, oh my gosh, that name, of course, like that name fits that person so well. That person only probably dates griffins and whomever.
Griffins. Shout out to all the griffins out there.
Griffins, Jakes,
Yeah.
Tims, whatever. But like
We love these boys.
but they don't date like the main character's name. Like that's they just don't date me or whatever.
Like Tim doesn't date Maddie.
Yeah. And then like as they're going through and like as he's kind of like matching everyone with matching whatever, the person that they were looking at ends up at their table, and they look at their name tag and they're like, oh, I like that name, and it's like, huh, and then like it like fades in.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
That's the end.
Aww.
I like that name.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Or he walks up and he goes, so that's a nice name. She goes, oh yeah, they didn't have mine. This isn't my real name. After he's made all these assumptions about her.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Right.
Oh, what? No, I couldn't find mine.
Your name is Booty Cheeks
My name is Fat Ass.
with a PH.
Yeah.
Because I'm hip with the kids. So yeah, like I thought
That's funny.
That is fun.
I
That would be
can-
a lot of fun to make.
I can see that so clearly. It's like so 80s looking in my head.
Yeah.
Like a fucking bitch with like pink lipstick smoking a cigarette. Like,
Yeah.
so are we doing this or what?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's like this like sweet little like buyer's guy who's
Yeah.
like on the speed date, and it's like all these like crazy different women.
Just this little guy.
That'd be interesting.
That would be fun. We would need a lot of actors.
We would need a lot of actors. And I think that'd be
Which
like,
is fine.
I think that's just part of the challenge, you know? Like that's
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have anything hold us back. We should just find workarounds.
Agreed.
Yeah, if we need a bunch of actors, we'll find a bunch
We're
of
making
Yes.
it happen.
Yeah.
Wasn't there something we talked about with that where like the kid's name was Charlie?
Probably. This idea has been thrown around for like a couple of years.
I think
Okay.
when Swain and I did skills, that's when this idea was brought up.
Yeah, I think it was Charlie was the guy's name at least
Yeah.
at that
Okay,
time.
that
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, and I thought it'd be funny if like we had like cameos and like the person was like, and don't get me started with the Austins, and it's just like and it's just like we're like drinking milk.
We're the fucking McPoyles of the story. I don't even want to know what's going on with those guys.
God damn it! I got milk all over me!
You stupid bitch! You stupid bitch! That was Charlie.
A rendition of Charlie Day. Charlie Kelly.
These are good ideas. Have you guys had any other thoughts of like what we could do?
At the moment, no. I also think it'd be fun to do like a nice slice of life.
That's literally what I was thinking. If we did something like an X-Files episode, like the really funny episodes of X-Files, like what if we just did like a fun like horror comedy, like a monster movie that's like dorky.
Right.
That would be fun.
I like that vein. I think it would be fun.
Like the teenage werewolf or something, or like the shapeshifter who can turn into somebody else.
That's easy to do.
Yeah,
it would be easy to do like a shapeshifter movie.
Or like the guy who can see how people are gonna die, like just like an interesting, funny, like grotesque thing.
It'd be fun. Oh, never mind. That sounds like way too much.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Like what if we did like a monster like senior dance? And like a zombie kid wants to ask out like a mummy.
What's that game called?
Huh?
Monster High?
Monster High? Is that the game? That's hot. It's hot. It's a hot topic. Pick up Monster High merch at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hot Topic sponsor.
Yeah. Hashtag not a sponsor.
Hashtag not a sponsor. Now that I say that, it sounds ridiculous.
I think it would be fun to do like the buddy cop, like murder investigation,
Right?
campy kind of a thing. That could be like an episodic.
Oh, like what? Like something like The Nice Guys?
Yeah,
I hate the nice.
I think you're the only one in this room who's really given The Nice Guys a good chance.
How do you guys not like The Nice Guys?
I just remember being so bored.
Yeah, me too.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Oh, and I would say less of like buddy cop and more of like investigators.
Honestly, I won't lie. I didn't think about it too much because I was really excited to hear what your idea was.
I didn't either. I came in pretty unprepared as far as like having cooked up some ideas.
That's totally fine. I mean, we can, if we want, we can pursue that. The don't be rude.
Yeah, I like that one. That one would be easy. I think we could find a lot of cool ways to like work in those transitions and things like that. Although, I picture a lot of the shots of that movie or that story just like being like very like locked off and like just like someone's centered, so it would be a little tricky to like work the motion that you'd need for some of those transitions into it.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. But like again, like that's part of the challenge.
Definitely.
But okay, how cool would like that, like those like it's two shots pretty much, one on the driver, one on the passenger for the whole thing. What if they're sitting in a car and we have like the green screen behind them and it's at that angle so you see the green screen, and then in place of the green screen in post we did like paper cutouts to make it look like buildings going past?
Whoa. That was a totally different movie.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
It would be fun
It'd be
though.
a cool like stylistic choice,
Yeah,
because
it would be
like
fun.
that's how like Wes Anderson's like dialogue scenes feel. It's always just two shots.
Yeah.
But like something is so unique about them and is like moving around them.
The frame is filled with story behind
Right.
it. Yeah.
Like you could basically make like cityscape in like the paper style that you made like the lion and stuff.
For sure you could.
And then just have them sitting in a car. That would look so cool.
That would be a lot of fun.
That would.
I mean, honestly, when we talked about like film noir, like neo-noir, I thought about like when the text messages come out, it could be like super like noir comic book style of like graphics, and we could do like the paper cutout style of that too.
That would be cool, yeah.
Or it's like like it's all like very stylized, like almost like a like Sin City style.
Yeah.
Of
We
like
should
just being
watch Sin
pushed
City.
into like, okay, like we're getting this like story and it's funny and like all of these same beats are happening, but like also it's just like visually fun to see. I like the idea of doing something like that.
Like the intros to Kidding, where
Yeah.
they do like the different crafts to like do stuff. I think doing something like that would be fun. Like just making something where like each shot is like a complete photo.
Yeah.
Like feeling really good about each shot and having something interesting.
See, that being said, that makes me think more of the like the speed dating short film, I think that'd be a really fun like concept. Yeah, we did have like little stages.
Yeah.
For his like interpretation of these people or whatever.
Right.
You know?
We could honestly like find a theater stage somewhere and we could shoot everybody on it.
Yeah.
We would need
a good chunk of people.
Yeah, and we'd need to like actually set the stage every time.
Yeah.
Or at least do it in post.
Something like
Gosh,
that.
I like both of those ideas a lot.
And you know, we don't have to decide on anything today. I that's part of it. We're in the development stage.
100%. We could always, I mean, depending on how today ends, we could leave with like 2.5 ideas and then come back next time with, hey, we've developed each of these ideas a little bit further and now we can talk about them and narrow it down from here.
Yeah. I think
Something
that's
like that
that's a
can
good
always
plan.
happen.
And like if we want to brainstorm just a little bit too, you know. Yeah. No, I think that's good.
Brainstorm off camera.
Offline.
Off camera.
Off camera.
That's kind of a fun name.
Off camera.
Yeah.
Off the cut.
Off the cut?
Yeah.
That makes it sound like you're fresh out of your vasectomy.
Hell yeah. I'm ready to plow.
Ready to plow.
What the fuck?
They call me Farmer Brown.
Off camera with Sam Jones, the podcast.
Fuck you, Sam Jones.
Cut that out.
Sam Jones, if you want to sponsor us, please.
Cut that out.
Hosted by photographer and director Sam Jones, who created the show out of his passion for the long form.
The long form. That's
The long con.
The long con.
Should we decide on a name?
Yeah, what's the name?
God, excuse me.
Oh my god, excuse me. Oh, that was so cute. Oh my god. Anyway,
What's
Hugh
the name?
Dancy, if you're listening, I would like a hug.
What's the name? What are we thinking?
Take me down for sexually charged hugging.
I'm gonna need you to cool it.
I think that's so funny as a phrase. Sexually charged hugging. Dude, how funny is that?
Sexually charged talking?
Hugging!
Hugging? Oh my god.
Like, I'm so down for a sexually charged hug right now. That's like all Mulder and Scully, yo.
True. Gosh.
Alright, sorry.
Quiet on the set.
Okay, get it.
Room tone. Yelling and other things. And we're back. That's probably already a thing. Plus, We're Back. Fantastic movie. Dinosaurs of New York. Rex, if you're listening, I would also like a sexually charged hug.
I really like yelling and other things.
That's very funny.
Or just and other things.
Yeah, and We're Back is a YouTube channel.
I still like is this thing on or is this recording?
Uh-huh.
Or
I
just
like that too.
anyway.
And that and it could always be, you know, the title. We could always like use one of these things as like our sign on. Like we could say, is this thing on every time we start an episode? I mean,
Then we don't have to have a theme song.
That's true.
yeah. Just like, is this thing on? I can bash it.
What was the other one of those that we could say? Oh, pause for room tone?
Yeah.
I think that's cute and like kind of pretentious in like the best way.
And then like leave in those 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I think is very funny.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Start every podcast like that.
Just 10 seconds right at the beginning to
All
confuse
right, everybody,
everybody.
shut up.
All right, and pause for
And we could always like come in, like if we're like having a time when we hit record and like before we start the episode, we're like ah, ha, 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 like laughing and then like
All right. Pause for room tone.
And we're back.
And we're back.
what's up?
What's everybody? Smash that like button.
Everybody just lay your ass down on that like button.
I do like the idea of room tone as a name.
I do too.
I think it's a
Yeah.
fun vibe.
I think we should figure out like our top 3 and then like continue to think about it.
Can I say pause for room tone? I really like that.
As the full name?
For RoomTone or just RoomTone?
RoomTone is good too, but I like pause for RoomTone. And then again, like every time we start the podcast, and pause for RoomTone.
But then we're telling people to pause our show. We should not be telling people to pause.
It's a gimmick. I think it'd be a fun gimmick.
Oh, it is. What is hold for?
I really like RoomTone on its own, personally. I feel like I like the shorter names more. Like Morbid, Food Dudes.
Or
You're wrong about.
Yeah. Anyway, or what's the Sal and Q one?
Sal
Or What
and Q?
Say You?
Oh, okay.
Like kind of like they're like fun and like punny, you know?
Yeah,
and very conversationally.
I
like RoomTone as a simple
Yeah.
name.
RoomTone. I like that.
And like when we're just shooting the shit, like that's the tone of the room. Like come along with us as we figure it out ourselves.
It's like including everything about making a movie.
Yeah.
Like that's like a very filmmaker thing to do. Like getting room tone.
Yeah.
Like we're totally including everything about making a film in what we're doing.
shit, and that's like the little things like room tone.
Like checking for room tone. Yeah,
I think we can settle this. I think RoomTone's the way to go.
for sure. I think we'll put a tack in it.
Okay.
Like we don't have to decide for certain anything right this second.
I like it.
But I really like it, yeah.
All right, we're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, room tone at the top of the list.
Don't pressure us.
Don't pressure me, room
Don't
tone.
pressure me.
Don't fucking talk to
I'll
me,
live
man.
my life.
I also imagine like the little like icon logo as like an RT. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just boom boom.
Yeah, I can picture a really like nice logo.
Hell yeah.
It's nice
I
and
did not see a
clean.
logo, so I'm excited to see what it looks like.
Yeah. Actually, okay, how do we want to end the podcast? Thank you everyone for listening, whoever's still listening. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Samir, for sticking around.
Thank you, Papa Samir. We appreciate you.
Next session will be like the fun, like expanding on the brainstorm session.
Yeah.
Like, let's get every idea out.
Yeah, and consider this an introductory episode, just as we all start to find out what the next months are gonna look like.
We're excited for this journey, and I think that we're gonna do really good. And I think this is gonna be a fun time.
I think we're gonna have a ton of fucking
Yeah,
fun.
I'm excited to go through this process
A
with the two of you.
TFF.
Oh, yeah.
Ton of fucking fun.
Absolutely.
All right. Pause for room tone.